Good morning, guys. Very, very good morning to everyone. Um, it is March 30th, 2025. 18 years ago tomorrow, I had my first child. My first kid came into the world. That was an unbelievable moment for me. Anyone that has not had a child, I speak specifically to men. If you're getting ready to have a kid, a friend of mine, Will, just had one. And at the right time, I always call my male friends when they're getting ready to have a baby, and I go, "Hey, look, man, make sure that the day of the birth, um, you really get very, very cognizant of what's happening. Become very aware of what's going on because my experience is something magical happens in a big way if you're aware." And so anyway, it was an awesome experience for me. I was literally walking early in the morning. I was walking down to grab some breakfast, and I felt a presence come into this building that was so magnificent. I literally turned around, walked back to my wife's room, and within seconds, Mia was born. It was an unbelievable experience. I'm telling you, the spirit on this individual came into this hospital. I'm telling you, it hit the hospital like a wave, and I felt energy, a power, a love that I had never ever felt in my life. And then it happened again when I had my second child. Very, very, very impressive experience. So, life's a big journey, guys. Let's be real clear, okay? Life is a big journey. We're all, you know, um, trying to do the best we can with the limited information we have, and some of the limited information we have may not even be accurate. So, whoop, took my little hat off on my microphone. This is me showing that I can be funny. Um, Hope everybody had a good week. This is the last week in March. Um, the last week in March. Does anyone think time or feel like time is moving very, very, very rapidly? Anybody but me? Because it feels really, really as if time has actually accelerated. I can't explain it. I've heard people my whole life say, "Oh yeah, as you get older, time moves faster." But I'm beginning to hear not just people who are older talk about, um, excuse me, not only people talking about how time gets faster that are older, but also the people who are younger are also saying the same thing. I don't really understand that, but uh, it most certainly is. That's weird. Um, it most certainly. Sorry, I'm having to unlock a code to do something. It most certainly feels to me like it's moving faster. Bad hair day. Apologies. So, guys, what are we talking about today? Now, this week, yesterday and the day before, I was like, hey, you know what? I'm really comfortable doing Sunday. A couple of weeks ago, I wasn't very comfortable. It's really weird doing these shows. I must say, it is so bizarro. Um, and the bizarre part is I was very, very comfortable yesterday. I was like, hey, I'm really set up. I know what I'm going to talk about. I'm comfortable. And then this morning I wake up. I probably should have gotten up earlier, but today I wake up and I'm not sure I know what to talk about anymore. But the piece that I learned this week and that I would like to really spend some time on today because I do think this is like critical, very, very critical. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. I didn't do a sound check. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Ooh, can't. Oh, we got quite a few comments. Big Chief, good morning. Good morning, bro. Kristen Crooks is in the room. I love going through all the people. So let me take a little time to do that while my dark dog makes some noise. Who else we got in here? We got Rusty. He's here all the time. Rusty, thank you for being here. Ann B says it's a weird eclipse. I didn't know there was an eclipse. There we go. Sage says we can hear you. Thank you very much. Oscar from Houston, Texas. What part of Houston, man? I used to live in Bel Air. Lived there for a long, long time. Ramon from Louisiana, from my hometown or around there. Joe Valentine, good morning. Yeah, here's James Smith saying faster every year. He's 71 years old. Happy 71 today, my friend. You are 71 and some odd days old. I would celebrate this day. You know, when you get to be this age, at 71, this cat knows that celebrating a birthday is stupid. Celebrating this very moment's probably more important than celebrating a birthday. I personally hate birthdays. I hate them when you have them, and I hate them when I have them. It's easier for me when you have them because I can just buy you something, and it'll make me feel good. Anyway, we got Oscar Molina. What a beautiful name. Oscar Salamanca Molina. Beautiful. Cyprus, Greece. Dude, like all these Europeans that are coming here. Awesome. Video shaky on AirPlay. Good morning, Web3. Video shaky on AirPlay. Not sure what that means. Maybe give me a little help. If it's on my end, I can fix it. I'm sure. Michael Holding. Good morning, Gary. And then he sent me a link. Oh, maybe I'll show all these people. See, this is what are we doing here? This is an exercise. Okay, if my job here is to like maybe share my experiences with people, what am I doing here? Oscar Salamanca Molina, 290 and Barker Cyprus. I'm not sure what that means, but what am I doing? I am acknowledging Oscar as an individual, a unique human being, a one of one. That's what we're talking about today. You, my friend, are one of one, whether you like it or not. And you keep acting like you're a damn copy. So we're going to talk about being one of one, what one of one means, and who better to bring you one of one than me? I am one of twins, yet I maintain there is so little other than blood and mental thought process and culture that me and my twin little that we popped up. Look, guys, I am one of one. If I'm one of one, they broke the mold on my ass. Okay, they broke the mold on my mother. She was a freak show. This chick. You know what we're doing today? We are going to acknowledge that you're one of one, and that very few people. Okay. See, Oscar gets it immediately. I'm one of one, sir. Damn right you are, dude. Now when you start to think about, wow, I'm like, for instance, I have a date at noon, little brunch and afternoon in the pool. So I don't know this person very well. Okay. But if I'm going into this going, hey, look, I have an experience for 2 or 3 hours with someone that's one of one, they're never going to make this woman again, dude. She's not ever going to be on this planet. Not exactly like that. And I'm never going to be here again exactly the way I am. So I don't know why we're wasting so much time acting like copycats. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So hit slap. Here, this cat right here. This cat, he's in Australia. I don't know if he still does this, but he claims to study a subject every year. Now, I've never heard anyone do that, but I thought it was freaking awesome, dude. You just sit down like I think he studied what IQ meant for a year and became a real intellect on the area. Very good speaker, holds a bunch of, not a bunch, but he holds spaces. I think on Saturday he holds a university. Reach out to him. You guys all connected. Okay. Look, if people are connected to me, um, I'm not saying that everybody that's connected to me is safe, secure, ethical, honest. Okay. People get fucked up. But if people are interacting with me and you see comments between us on a fairly regular basis, one, it's probably worth just following the guy and just checking him out. Hey, is this guy worth anything, or is he full of BS? It's going to be very difficult for scammers to come on these Sunday shows and scam all of us. By the way, if anyone does scam you using my name, my likeness, or anybody in this group, you guys report it, okay? Like report it aggressively, like they're devils. They are here to upset information flow. Okay, they're jealous people. They are creating destruction. We all create, and I'm either creating or I'm destroying. But both actions are a create event. Okay, I'll either destroy what you're building because I hate your guts and I'm jealous and I'm envious and I'm bitter and I'm whatever, or I will create positive. Okay, so let's remember creation's two things. People are just doing what they need to do to survive, and it's just their makeup. So get back to Hitchep says he has a 117 IQ. Cool. I don't really care about people's IQs personally, unless they're low, and I can't, or they're so high they can't even communicate with me. But I most certainly would prefer a very high one. James Smith says, one of one, and we are awesome as individual person. One of one. You walk into a store. At the very center of the store is a gold egg. And it literally says, there's only one of these on planet Earth. It has no price tag on it. Is it worth anything? You go to another aisle, and that aisle is made up of, the entire aisle is plastic eggs that look almost identical to the egg that I just talked about. Guys, you get my point? One of one. Okay, it's sitting out there with no price tag. It's in the center. Okay, it's taking up a lot of attention. Why do people why are people who truly know that they are one of one, like one of one, man? One, please name me in the comments section, and we're going to still acknowledge some people because I don't think anybody acknowledges anyone anymore. And it's a huge power. Maddie's in there. I think Maddie's smoking a cigarette. She's getting me a little gangstered up here. I want to blow one too. Yeah, there you go. And there's Mao in here, okay, and Mikey. Now, acknowledging people. One, how much did that require of me? Like one microsecond of energy, 2 microseconds. I don't know how many. Okay. Classic way saying Sunday church with Gary Cardone never fails to disappoint. Well, thank you, dude. See, this cat's acknowledging me. Okay. You don't think that it doesn't make me feel good? I got 3 emails this week. One was a fairly long one. And the guy said, hey, bro, he's a middle-aged guy, and he's thanking me for doing this. Like he is. I should read the letter. It was really, really lovely. And three of those get me going. Okay, 3. Because I know there's 30 people out there like, dude, they probably thought, hey, I should write this guy a note, and they didn't. They forgot, and it's cool, okay? But I know that like 3 people saying, hey, I really love this. How's the light on that? Better? Just lower it up. Lower it up. I got so much light in this room. It's really challenging. So see where we're going, guys? See where we're going? Awesome. Rusty says Hitch is awesome. See, now people are connecting, right? And last year, so many people have connected. It's really cool. Michael Holden's got smiley faces and hearts. Hitch slap. This year, I'm Epigenics Gary. Ooh, I'm doing Epigenics. Well, I don't even know what Epigenics are. Now I got to go look that word up because Gary Epigenics. We'll have a word here. Epigenetics refers to how your behavior's environment can cause changes that affect the way your genes work. Unlike genetic changes, mutations, epigenetic changes are reversible and do not change the sequence of the DNA basis, but they have changed how your body reads DNA sequence. Very interesting. Look forward to listening in on that, Hitch. Thank you. You guys follow this cat. He's a good guy. Now, who else we got? We got Salt. Thank you for being here, Salt. Bailey.based ETH. Hello, sir. He says, Base says, Gary, my I am for yesterday was I am optimistic. Well, good, dude. That's a good start. Okay. Here's one that everyone can do. Okay. Got the book? Somebody made a comment. They said, dude, when you show your book and that it's really real, and then you have a unique book, like I was looking around, I moved some things around. I was looking, hey, where's my damn book, man? Now I have another book. I have another book that I do sketches in and make comments, by the way. See my little guys here. Here's one. You can't probably see it, but it says, once the penny dropped, it's difficult not to become a zealot about the potential. Once the penny drops, right? Once you know what you know and the penny drops, it's hard to deny it. And that is all I am trying to do here, okay? So what are we going to do? We're going to do one exercise here that every person here can do, and then I'm going to keep going through these comments and acknowledge every person that's shown up here, which right now is about 1,300. Does anybody else know where a church is happening in the world that has 1,300 people in it? Does anyone know a church on planet Earth today at 10:30 in the morning that has 1,394 people in it? Something is happening here. Okay. It ain't me. It's the topic. Okay. Now, back to what I was saying. I am one of one. Everyone. That is Salt, Baseball, Fair Parenting. Good to have you here. VT Internet Design. And B. Look at what Ann B says. Our birth is strategically impossible. The odds of being born in one generation is 1 in 2 quadrillion. And I love this conversation. Let me tell you, Ann B, thank you very much. I don't know who you are. Glad you're here, but like 1 in 2 quadrillion. That is 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now we're up to 2 million. 0, 0, 2 billion. 0, 0, 0. Okay. 2 quadrillion. A very large number. I'm not even sure I did that number. That's 12. I think I missed 16 zeros. 1 in 2 quadrillion. One in 2 quadrillion. Okay, like everyone on here is more likely to become an NBA football player or an NBA basketball professional, okay, or an NFL quarterback or Michael Jordan or whoever, okay? I mean, dude, 1 in quadrillion. Like, we are so It's ridiculous what you and I do to each other. Once you realize you're one and one, dude, one of one, one, not one of many. We treat ourselves like we're one of 8 billion people. We are not one of 8 billion. We are one of one. Okay. Let's see. Aaron. So everyone, Aaron, have you written down? I am a one of one. Okay. No rose glasses. Did you write down? I am one of one. Okay. Because right here I have Gary Cardone. I am one of one. All right. One of one, man. One of one. Not one of five. One of one. There's 21 million Bitcoin around. I know a lot of crypto people are, dude, you're one of one. You care about 21 million? 21 million is infinite compared to one. Do you understand? So why are we spending all our time changing? Why do we spend all our time trying to be like other people, like an actress or a radio announcer or some podcast guy that you don't even know, dude? Like you listen to some of these podcast people and everybody gets all jacked up. Oh, listen to him, look at him, look. You give these people 10 years of time, 3 years, 2 years, 8 months, see how consistent they are. You don't need to be like them. You need to be like yourself. You need to be the one of one, okay? And quit. Stop it. Knock it off, okay? You are literally looking at the world going, okay, I'm not enough. Dude, you are what you are, period, zero. Like you can't negotiate with it. You guys sitting around trying to negotiate with who you are. I watch my daughters and I watch my second daughter. And my first daughter was extremely like confident and knew what she wanted to do or thinks she does. Okay. My other daughter's like, she's more like me, like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know who I'm going to be. I'm like, dude, just chill out. Just be yourself and you're going to find out who you are. See, that's the problem. We're so busy looking around at other people. Oh, wow. Look at Tom Hanks, man. He's really cool. And then you find out he's a complete weirdo. Or then you look at a big movie star right, like Robert De Niro. And it's like, man, you made some good movies. And then what happened to you? I don't want to be like Robert De Niro. I don't want to be like Leonardo DiCaprio that, you know, I just need to be myself, man. It's hard enough being me, okay? I don't know what it's like to be Leonardo DiCaprio. I have no idea what his life is, okay? All I see is what it says on the magazines and the glossy TV shows. Joanne McGrath is in the room. Well, you guys are writing down the I am one of one, okay? Just like, see Michael Rannon, who's local to Tampa. GC is definitely a one of one. I'm going to say that MR is definitely a one of one. Now, I will say that I do believe I embody. What's the word? Embody? Is that the? I do embody a sense of individual independence. Kind of, hey, I'm me, and you're not, and a little arrogant, cocky, maybe. It's not really cocky. I am not cocky. I'm probably insecure, but I am quite confident on some topics. There are a few topics that I know a lot about, and when I get confident on a topic, I am not going to let you roll me over. It is my belief, and we can have a debate and a debate. I love debates personally on any subject between two smart or three smart or four smart people that are willing to acknowledge the other person, that has an intention and a motivation to actually understand the other person's viewpoint. Remember, when I'm sitting here doing my one of one, once you get that, first off, you ain't going to work for $10 an hour. One of one, oh, I'm going to work for $10 an hour. You can work for $100 an hour if you want. I don't work for $100 an hour either. I don't charge hourly rates. Okay. You can't buy my time. But buying my time is like buying me. I'm not a whore. I'm not a prostitute. I'm happy to spend time with you and to invest time and energy into a project. But the more you realize that you're a one of one, it will really help you define. See, this is the first step, okay? You should literally, before you start doing the IMs every night, I forgot to tell you, hey man, let's remind ourselves. And maybe it took me a little while to remind myself, I am one of one. Start thinking about this very now. Let's say that you're married and you got children. Hey, you're still one of one, man. Stop compromising. One of ones begin to compromise, and I start to look like 57. Heinz 57. You know, that red stuff that doesn't really have any major ingredients. It's just got a lot of them. And it tastes sugary. And it's red. And I guess, in fact, Hitch Slap might say, hey, man, over time, we can make you think you're tasting ketchup, but you're not really. Rusty is having a love affair with Mao. I think they ought to get together. No Rose Glass says this is a great combo. We're going to get back to compromising. Okay. Compromising, fake stirs, and one of one. That's our conversation this morning, guys. Can I be a one of one and compromise? I have to sit down with my wife at some point and go, dude, I need to be one of one. I need to be me. I mean, sooner or later, I have to have this conversation with my relationship. Hey, look, I'm a weird cat, dude. Okay. I don't need anyone around me. I'm cool to be with someone. I would love to spend my life with someone that allows me to be myself, but I am done compromising. Okay. I have a limited amount of time left on this planet, maybe 30 years. I think I'm going to die at I think I'm going to die April the 13th, 2000 and I'll be 96. I can't remember how old that is, but roughly 30 years from now. That'd be cool as long as I'm healthy. If I'm not healthy, man, if I'm like taking up space and not moving, and I'm having to call people up, and you're having to take me places, call my brother. He'll know what to do. Nobody else will have the guts to do it, but like, get me out of the deal, right? I do never want to be a liability. I would never want to be a liability and to stress family, friends, kids out, like just put me down like a horse, bro. Boom, boom. Okay, let's go. See, for me, I'm not willing to live that way. Okay, I don't want to be a liability. I want to be a positive influence. Stephen Orr's in the room. Appreciate you and sharing of your wisdom. Thank you, sir. I don't have any credentials to do this other than that I have a very, very good intention to try to help people. And saw you riding down Central Avenue in Black Range Rover yesterday. That, my friend, was me. That was me. Hopefully I was not speeding too much. The Church of I Am. That's me. That's me. See, the Church of I Am. How you like the name of the church? I probably should trademark this because I think it's an awesome name. By the way, for you guys that are just joining, you've never joined before, 1,800 people, a little slow down now. This is not a non-secular. This is like, we don't do any religious terminology in here. This is for everyone. You can be atheist, agnostic, Jewish, Catholic, Christian, Baptist, Episcopalian. You can do Scientology. You can do Malayology. You can do whatever you want to do. Believe in whatever you want to believe in, and you can show up here and be welcome and be safe. And we love you for who you are. Okay. If you're showing up here, there's a reason. There is a reason. Hey, interesting. Interesting, by the way, what the one of one has done for me. 67 damn years old, dude. Took me this long to do what? One of one. Like literally one of one. Great name for a book, huh? You're Dan Picasso and you're acting like you're a cartoon piece of shitty paper and a cartoon character. You're a Picasso and you're pretending to be a bag of cereal. Just another thing, a commodity. So I'm sitting here realizing I'm one of one, and I have all this insecurity around doing these church things because, look, I'm the only one talking. I'm the guy on the stage, right? I don't let people up here. It's just Gary. Like it's an ego thing, right? It is not an ego thing for me. It's actually would be selfish for me not to do this. It would be super selfish for me not to do this. Not when there's 2,000 people hanging around. I had no idea when I started this. I figured 100 people. It's going to be really tiny. And it's not, for me, it's not about the followers. It's not about but wow, 2,000 people on church. And there's some regulars. And people keep becoming different. And more importantly, or as importantly, I am learning things that is staggering. Okay. I don't think I'm learning them. I think I'm solidifying them in my understanding, like at a really deep level, and doing the one of one actually evaporated any kind of ego, insecurity, self-doubt. When I looked at the one on one, I'm like, dude, there's only one or two or three or four people that can do this. I am uniquely situated to do this. I don't know why. Okay. I don't even know why I'm being pushed to do it, but I literally am being pushed into this room. It's the most bizarre. Well, it's not bizarre. It's what's happening to me. Okay. Why? Why is it happening? Because I am opening up to how brilliant I am, dude. Like if you really believe in God, you have to believe that this cat is moving into it, dude. He's accepting his space. Like I am accepting, probably for the first time in my life, I'm actually doing what all the priests wanted me to do, which is surrender, Gary. Surrender to something greater than you. And what I'm finally doing is, wow, one of one, man. This is where the arts really helped me out. The art, I don't know if you guys saw me post this thing, but what's today? Sunday? But Monday, I got a deal that's all fucked up right now, a business deal. And I realized, I said, hey, this business deal is starting to take too much of my time now. It's stealing time away from me to be able to do what I want to do. And I went into the art room and I'm looking at these. I'm thinking about one of one. I'm like, hey, I wouldn't have learned one of one had I not done the art. And then doing the Bitcoin stuff, I'm like, wow, everybody's getting excited about one of 21 million. Dude, I'm one of one. I am an identical twin. And I'm telling you, I am one of one, man. I'm not one of two. I'm one of one. My brother and I are different, very, very different creatures. We may look similar. And this may be the reason I was a twin, because it's so obvious to me now. I'm like, oh, wow, I'm really one of one. And so is Noah Denton. And so is RKT, Christy Jensen, Noah Denton, Howard Ballantyne, A1, Granny's Garden, Alex On, 19, PJ, Crypto Billy, Michael Holden. You guys are one of one. Ann B is a one of one. Okay? Phrase transition is a one of one. You are a one of one, dude. You cannot hide from being one of one. Stop acting like you're something less than one of one. You're not one of 8 trillion ants. You are one of one, man. Unique as you could possibly be. Maybe weird in many areas. Rejuvenate HZ. You are one of one. Phase transition is one of one. Who doesn't think I'm a one of one? John Reynolds, can anyone look like a John Reynolds? Can anyone debate me that you're not one of one? Okay. Rusty said God created you exactly like he wanted you. Okay. I don't know about all that, but what I do know is there ain't ever going to be one more of me. And if there is, God help the planet. Okay. You better hope that mother is has some good parents. Okay. Because I could create a tremendous amount of destruction if brought up incorrectly. Tremendous amount of destruction. That means I can do a tremendous amount of good. Right? If I can destroy a lot, then, and that's true for everyone, okay? I'm going to grab another cup of coffee, and in the minute that it takes me to grab that cup of coffee, you're going to hear the grinder going off. I want you to write down, I am one of one. And if you can't, I want you to do just the opposite. Remember, and look, some of these little tips, and this one most certainly, I guarantee with 1,000% guarantee all your misery back. That if you write down I am and you cannot figure it out, my little trademark is going to be the church I am ... See, what's really important is the ... See, what am I? If you can't do the I am, and a lot of people really struggle, okay? I struggle. I am genius. Ooh, man, shall I say that? Okay, I'm an idiot. No, I'm not an idiot. I'm an idiot about some things. I'm ignorant. And then I start thinking, hey, I am a genius about certain areas, okay? So if you are having a problem with I am, then I am not a robot. I am not a prostitute. I am not willing to serve, in the U.S. military and kill people. I'm not going to be a rocket scientist. Once you decide what you are not going to be, what you were not designed to be, it leaves you with a smaller pool to go, oh, okay, then I'm going to be a great artist in this art field because that's what I'm really pulled to. The same thing goes with I am one of one. So I want you to write down, I am one of one 10 times. I am one of one. I am one of one. Write it down. Draw a picture next to it. Put a color on it. Give it a kiss. I don't know. But I am one of one. 10 times, I am one of one. For you guys that cannot write that down, but you have a pencil. For those of you that are angry now or getting like a little jacked up and going, oh, why is he making me do this? I would be so irritated if somebody asked me to do this. Hey, I am one of 1 million. No, actually do this. I am simply one of 8 billion. I have heard churches pitch this. And it ain't true. I've heard people infer that, we need to be more democratic and we need to be more like everyone else. Utter crap. Sage to you. You do not need to be like anyone else. You need to be like yourself. You do not need to be like your parents. You don't need to be like your sisters, your brothers, the person you work for, the company you work for. You need to do one of one and decide who you are. Dude, this is not the responsibility of anyone else other than you. Sorry, dropping the shit right now, okay? If you're waiting for someone to figure your shit out, you're going to wait a long, long time. And you're going to be a drain on society, okay? Look, Frank says, I am me. Bingo, dude. Like, hey, I think you should write that down. I am me. Okay. Not I am Gary Cardone. See, Gary Cardone has a color around it, right? Gary Cardone has this whole little story in my mind, not your mind. You don't know who I am. But in my mind, Gary Cardone is like a little baseball team. It's got a collection of all these things over a long period of time. But when I say I am me, man, and I really get that. Anyone that's struggling, please write down I am me, and then you can define what me is later. Okay, but if you're having a hard time writing that down, this exercise is for you. Okay, it should be hard. This should be almost alien. You should be going, shit, man. In fact, I would maintain that anyone who has gone to a psychologist or a psychiatrist or a coach, you probably call them all back up today and say, hey, I want all my money back. Because not one of them asked you to do this. Not one of them told you to do this. They wasted your freaking time talking about your mommy and your daddy and your universe and what you thought may or may not happen. Okay. Instead, if you'd have been 6 years old, hey, I am me, I am one of one, and I am given the openness and the responsibility to determine by the age of 10 or 11 years old who the hell I am. By the time you're 10 or 11, if you would have gone through this experience, I am me, I am love, I am one of one, and I am and you start building out at 6, 7 years old what it is you really, really, really want to do. Wow. Our lives would be so much different, man. So much different. Baseball, Bailey has done it. You guys finished? I got my coffee. Y'all got I am's. I am me. I am one of one. Write it down, baby. Write it down. There's nothing better than writing something down. Than having, what are we doing when we write? I am communicating with self. No one else has to ever see this. I am communicating with self. I saw the other day, and I wrote it down on this big screen here. There's a thin, very, 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 very thin line between I will and I am. I will and I do. I am versus I may. Like a tiny thin line between will and is. I will do something. I is doing something. Okay? Thin line, monster difference. Thin line, monster difference. Get it? Doing moves beingness. It moves thought into action. And if the only action is waking up in the morning and writing down on your piece of paper, or walking into your bathroom and looking in the mirror going, I am one of one. Look at the mirror, man. You can write it on your mirror. I am one divided by one. It doesn't even take up much space. It's 6 letters, right? I am one of one. Yeah, 6 characters. Okay? Put it on your hand. Tattoo it on your lip. I don't really care where you stick it, okay? But most certainly you are one of one. And you're not one of many. And stop behaving like you're one of a bunch of copycats. You're not your teenage sister. You're not your boyfriend. You're not going to get everything you need from another human being. In fact, I don't think I get much anything from other human beings, by the way, and never have. I have probably wasted more time spending time with human beings than I've actually been productive. Now, I'm not saying that I don't want to be around people. I'm not saying you shouldn't be around people. I'm just saying that all I'm saying is that maybe hanging out with a bunch of people that isn't really where the greatest amount of learning and advancement comes from. And that most certainly, uh, I mean, here's a word, sequacious, right? And it's just popped up on my other computer screen. Sequacious. Why would this pop up right? Lacking independence or originality of thought. Sequacious. That's a cool word, right? Sequacious. 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 Lacking original thought, not being unique. Okay. So don't be sequacious. I am one of one. 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 That was good. Grannies, thank you. Thanks for being here. I am one of one. Dude, you can't say it enough. I am. I am me. Action converts values into virtues, Blockface BTC says. Yowzer's here. Writing affirmation and goals strengthens neural pathways, enhance focus and memory, and rewires the brain for success for reinforcing positive thought patterns and motivation. You know the cool thing about this? The cool thing about this, all you have to do is do it, and it works every time. Even the people that are the most, well, I don't even know why you would fight it. Why would you fight this? If you haven't tried it, why would you fight it? And the reason is, I think there are a lot of people who what's the word for it? I think the more you do this, I think at a very, very deep level, everyone knows that if you do this, you're going to be held very responsible. You're going to have to do a lot. You're going to have to be different than the other 8 billion people. See, that's the deal. Oh, wow. If I say that I'm one of one, I can no longer hide in the 8 billion. See, one of one makes me go, oh, shit. Like, the universe didn't create any mistakes, and now I'm having to act like I am one. I am having to act like I am something special. Oh gosh. You mean I can't pretend to be medium, average? I can't go into hiding when I want? You're going to actually make me be, I don't know, held to a different level? It's a deal, right? It is. It's a. This is what I fight with. I think I fight with the responsibility, man. Good morning, Kim. Sage, to you. Got anybody else in the room? I think I've probably done my acknowledgments. Everybody that's here, thank you for being here. Okay, but you see the value of this. Okay, like if I said, "Hey, Rudd US Blue," Rudd US Blue. Do you feel cool when somebody mentions your name? Baseball Bailey. He's 26 years old. He's on here, and it's flying. Yes, I am only 26, and I'm flying, and it's flying. His time is flying. Right? He's 26, man. Okay, 26, 50 years. No, 40 years of difference between he and I. Man, if I would have had a cat like me when I was 26, my God. Oh my God. I would have been, it brings tears to my eyes. I could actually say, hey, I feel a little cheated, but I don't feel cheated. I mean, I feel like my life happened to me exactly the way it was supposed to go. But when I hear about a 26-year-old guy and go, wow, if I could have listened to a guy or had a connection with a guy like this I just how powerful, how powerful, how powerful would one be? I just want to remind everyone. In fact, not remind. I'm going to ask you a question, and the question is: as characters in life, who are the most important people over the history of time? Um, yes, there will be generals and military leaders and presidents and congressmen and prime ministers and kings and queens who will be written about in history. But it is the Platos, the Socrates, the thinkers, the writers, the poets, the philosophers, who all, and the religious, spiritual men and women. It is the philosopher, speaker of truth, the thinker, who then communicates his thinking. It is those people that change entire societies. I had to come start doing this, and then I'm like really struggling with it. I'm like, man, Gary, you shouldn't be doing this. You're going to get sued. They're gonna use data you say here because it's recorded, and one day, 3 years from now, they're gonna say, "Well, you said this." There's a lot of people out there, okay, that do this crap as sport. And where was I headed with it? That was a cute picture. Puncher 75. Good morning, everyone. Puncher's sitting on a toilet reading a big old newspaper. Good to have you here, buddy. You guys follow Puncher 75. He's a very, very good guy. Where was I headed with that? Oh, when I started doing these, I'm like, Gary, what are you doing? You're philosophizing. And then I went, yeah, that is what I'm doing. But the most important people in the world, dude, Plato was like important. All these thinkers, okay, all these writers, all these people that spent time observing the world and writing about it and prognosticating and philosophizing and making principled beliefs about what works, what doesn't work, how it works. That for me is that was helpful because I'm like, okay, well, I mean, somebody's got to do it, and I'm one of one. I have some unique abilities. So what am I going to do? Just be selfish, self-centered, small, and go, oh, well, yeah, I'm one of one. And God probably really did want me to be an orator or, a communicator. Maybe that, but I mean, I could see worse things than being a great communicator. If I died tomorrow and people looked at me and went, wow, man, that guy was an unbelievable communicator. I think that'd be an awesome compliment. Like for somebody to go, one of the great communicators of the world. Wow, dude. That's pretty cool. Now, am I doing it for that? No, this is my way of justifying what the hell am I doing? Why isn't somebody else doing this? Well, the truth is I probably wouldn't even show up. See, I'm not going to show up for a highly religious. I really do try to show up for these things, but when it gets, it just gets too heavy for me. Okay, it gets too heavy for me. I don't think you need to use, just like in business, I always say in business, hey, look, if you have to use all these fancy words like hedging and derivatives and beta and alpha and all this, and words, sometimes they make up words and you start to think that they're really professional technical words, but in fact, they're just made up. super cycle where when it gets too regimented, it's starting to lose the creativity of just, I don't know. It's just hard for me. Okay, and I don't disrespect anybody that digs it. Okay, maybe that's the way. I just need to understand things really, really, really simply. I need to be able to, and like this is a guy that actually I believe in paranormal. I believe we are not the only intelligent beings on this planet. I probably am not even sure if this is a real world we're living in. So I can really go off in trusting and believing in things that I cannot prove to you. I cannot prove to you. So for me to then look at some of the religious things, and I make this comment about, hey, look, I just don't. It's too hard for me. Yet I can believe in things that I don't even know about and understand. Hey, there's something there. When it gets really, really exclusive, it just puts me out. I just want everybody to like. I don't think I think like everyone can be wrong. I'm most certain everyone here is wrong. I think everyone is wrong, okay, including myself. Most everything I think is probably completely wrong. Most certainly, I have yet to meet anyone who has it all right. Okay, so if I'm more wrong than right, I just got to pick my areas where I know, hey, look, I really know about this space, and I'm closer to being right here than I would be anywhere else. Okay. So I am one of one. I am not meant, Gary Cardone, I'm sorry, was not meant to work on a railroad. Oh, my job in life was not to lay down tracks, it was to do something else. My life was not to be a prostitute politician. I chose not to do that. My life was not to become mega wealthy at all costs. My life was not to work in corporate and lie to shareholders. Uh, Clearly, my life, I did not set myself up properly to have healthy families. You know, when you're married 3 times and you keep getting it, it keeps breaking. At some point, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and go, I am not doing marriage very well today. I am not picking my partners well. Why? Mo didn't pick the damn partner for me. I picked the partner. It's not her fault. Okay. It's not the first wife's fault, the second wife's fault, and the third wife's fault. Okay. So, like, oh, wow. And the truth is, I never even knew who I was. I got married. I had no clue on I am. I mean, I kind of knew. I was reading a tremendous amount, but I was confused. I got weak, and I let society put pressure on me. All the guys around me were getting married, and my boss's wife one day asked me, "Hey, are you gay?" And I'm like, "I'm gay? What are you talking about? You're never with a woman." I'm like, "Well, because I don't meet any of them that." I looked around at all my buddies. I'm like, "I don't want to be married to any of them either." So I settled. I settled once, twice, 3 times. In fact, my settlement was after I spent about a year or 6 months, 9 months with a woman, much less 2 or 3 years. I start to feel obligated to do something because I feel like I'm blowing their time. I'm wasting their time. Not my time. I feel like I'm stealing their time. I literally got married to a second woman because a buddy of mine named John said, "Hey, you know, this woman's 33. You're ripping the best years of her life out from under her." And that felt like, and it's true, dude. Like, she's 33. If I knew I wasn't going to go anywhere, I should go, "Hey, Annie, this ain't going anywhere." I should have told Annie this is not going anywhere. I knew it. I knew it was a problem, but I was getting something there during that part of my life. I was probably saving another girl. Uh, so I don't really blame any of these people whatsoever. Janice, wonderful person. If Janice is listening, she lives in Colorado now, ex Enron employee, very, very smart woman, beautiful human being. I'm sorry for everything I did. I hope I didn't waste a bunch of your time. She's an awesome girl. Okay. I just should never have married her. She probably should never have married me. We're just doing what we were trying to do. Then I got married to Annie, who was very interesting. She was dating, I think, before I met her, Dodie. What was Dodie's name? The Herods, the son of Herods in England, who was dating Princess Diana. He died in a car accident with Princess Diana. Annie was a bit of a party animal, completely opposite of Janice, who was more conservative business, and then there was Annie, the party girl. And then my last marriage that occurred in 2007, when I got her pregnant and we got married. And so 46% of people have children what's the word for unplanned? Okay, 46%. I remember a shrink looking at me and going, "Wow." I said, "Yeah, well, I've been married. I've been married 3 times," and she starts laughing at me, like shaming me a little bit. I'm like, "Hey, lady, you didn't ask me why, but the last one I got married to, I got her pregnant. I did the right thing, and we had some awesome children." Okay, but I don't think either one of us really thought about this one of one. This last one, she is an unbelievable creature, most certainly of one. Brilliant, but putting me and her together, 2 one of ones, and very, very strong one of ones, it was rough. But the point I'm trying to make here, especially once you don't have to go through all these mistakes, man. See, if I would have done the one of one, I would have looked at my boss's wife and said, "What are you talking about, dude?" Okay. By the way, would it matter? Now I was 26, 27, so I was really young and immature, but had I had a proper education, had I had a coach, a mentor, if I would have started school at 6 years old and they were going, "Hey, we're going to do IMs and we're going to do one of ones," do you know how much stress it would take away from the kids comparing themselves and their fancy cars of the kids that who's rich, who's not rich, who's wearing polo, who's wearing t-shirts. That's why everybody in school should just wear uniforms. I like uniforms personally, but see where I'm going with this? You're one of one and you're acting like one of a billion. One of one. Michael Rannon, I've known Michael for maybe 2 years. Michael is a one of one for sure. I would ask Michael right now, hey, as a percentage close your eyes, everybody close their eyes, and just ask yourself, in percentage terms, as a one of one, Oscar, Flatminer, James Smith, Joy Valentine, VT, Michael Rannon, as a one of one, because you cannot disagree with me that you are not one of one. Maybe just your peculiarities make you special. What percentage of your life, of your beingness every day do you live relative to your one of oneness? In other words, oh yeah, I know I'm one of one. Okay. Well, how often are you living that way? Percentages, please. Is it 2%, 1%, 10%, 30%, 50%, 100%? Where are you in your consistency? Where are you in your, what's the word here? In your messaging of the world of who you are? How does that like align with I am one of one? I think maybe I would project that I'm probably the highest percentage here. Excuse me. Maddie's smoking that cigarette's killing me. I'm gonna blame her for it, or him. I'm sorry, I don't know. The percentage, though, I would say as I am one of one, unique, original, never to be cloned or replicated again. I don't think so. M. Hart says pathetically low percentage. Thank you for the honesty, okay? I would bet that I am below 10%. Wow. See, when you put it in those terms, like, wow, man, seriously, dude. What is wrong with us, huh? What is wrong with me? I don't actually know, but I bet you I am one of one. I mean, you're gonna have to really anyway. I'd love to know the percentages because I think it's low. Okay, VT thinks it's about 20%, and B says it's 1%. I am one of one. See, I should be unapologetic. I should be unapologetic. Hey, you know what? This is me. Dig it, don't dig it. Now, you know when I do that, right? That was just a joke. That's a symbol of hate. But seriously, if you mess with me, I should be able to destroy you, okay, if you get in my way. No, not because I'm mean or bad, but because I'm one of one. Why are you trying to mess with it? Okay? People, oh, by the way, okay, you start doing this, say goodbye to most of your friends. This is the problem for most people because they're going to be like, shit, nobody likes me anymore. And if you spent 20 years, 26 years, 30 years pretending to be someone else, 30 years of doing this. Do you want to show you that? Yeah, you don't need to respond to that, Gary. Oh, that's not going to pay well. Okay. Hey, you don't always need to make a comment like muffle, 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 muffle. Hey, teacher. I remember when I was in my father was dead, so it must have been maybe the 10th or 10th grade. Science teacher is asking, excuse me. A science teacher is talking about outer space and how there is, space is a vacuum. And I raised my hand and said, hey, teach, if space is a vacuum and I'm out in outer space in a rocket and I blow off a nuclear weapon in outer space, will I see a flash, an explosion in outer space? I thought it was a good question. I thought it was a great question. Who else thinks that's a reasonable question for a 10th grader to ask? Here we are talking about being in outer space. Teacher is supposed to know the answers. I come up with a 10th grader, a boy. I'm probably studying rockets and shit. Me and my brother and another guy named Michael Lejeune, we have M2s. We're blowing up mailboxes and windshields and creating as much damage as we possibly can in Lake Charles, Louisiana. If you suffered a windshield break or lost a mailbox along with about 30 of your other neighbors in Lake Charles, Louisiana, between the era of 1970 to 1976, it was probably me, my twin brother, or a guy named Michael Lejeune that did it. I can't tell you how many of these things we blew up. And my idea, I would always go next level. We started with the mailboxes, and I said, shit, let's start doing windshields. M2 is I think it's about 1/10 of a stick of dynamite, about this big. We used to build by them for a nickel. You kids today, y'all are really being cheated, man. When Grant and I were 8, we had BB guns. We had already shot shotguns and 22s, M80s. That's it, M80s, not M2, M80s. Thanks, James. We had, by the age of 15 or 16, we had our own rifles. I mean, 30-06s, 22s, and we would use them. I mean, we would go out and shoot shit, man. I mean, Grant and I would kill birds just because they were flying around. I mean, talk about just like, now, how did I get off on this? I don't know how I got off on this. I started thinking about the M80s and it made me start laughing. I think, this is it because as soon as I start doing this, I'm going to lose my buddies. Okay. Because the truth is, I mean, the truth really is, hey, why aren't people already doing this? I am me. I am one of one. Like, it didn't take to the year 2025 for us to wake up and go, hey, we're unique. I don't think that. I don't think that we just found out we're one of one. Most certainly, I am reminding everyone right now, I am one of one. Okay. And the more I communicate with other people, the more I'm like, wow, this is really, really cool, dude. Like, me just communicating. I mean, look, it doesn't take a lot. These are just tiny little notes. It's not a lot of notes, but they're truth, man. I don't need to go into massive amounts of. This is why I get on the psychologist. I spent thousands of hours with shrinks, with psychologists, with people listening to me, which is good. It was good for, like, I went through a really brutal divorce. I heard not a great psychologist. I literally knew this girl was simply there just listening to me. And I got tired of going because it was just like, I'm just blowing noise. I can honestly say this is week 27, I think. I have, doing this church for 27 weeks has probably allowed me to grow as a human being more than I've grown in 10 years. Really. Just literally doing this. This is, I started this 11/3/2024. We started doing these in November 3. That's cool. Now, you see why that's important to write stuff down? Okay. It's interesting. So what are we learning, guys? We learn anything here? Are we learning anything? I am convinced you're one of one. I mean, now imagine if 1,000 people popped out of these rooms. Wow, we're one of one, man. I'm so unique. Even 10 people. See, I don't see Elon Musk walking around pretending to be Jeff Bezos. I don't see Elon Musk saying, "Hey, I'm going to get married to every woman so I can have 15 kids." He's just he's just banging girls and probably calling them up saying, "Hey, look, man, I got good DNA, I got good genes. You wanna have a party, and I'll take care of the kids." I don't know what the deal is, but um, I look at that and go, that looks probably more reasonable than asking some guy to get married to a woman. And 20 years from now, we have Society Magazine and whatever these MTV shows are, and they're going, well, Elon Musk now has gotten a divorce from blah, 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 and she is a $10 billion settlement. He's just walking in going, hey, man, let's smash it and grab it. If I was a woman, I'd most certainly have sex with a guy and have his baby. Wouldn't think about it, dude. I mean, you take the randomness out of this crap. Like, I want some high IQ DNA inside me, dude. I don't want less. I want more. Which brings me to something. Okay, if you're one of one, I want you to write something down. When was the last time you compromised? Now, this is going to be a bloody difficult topic, okay? And I'm going to go here in about 14 minutes. I want you to write down, when was the last time you compromised? Okay. And if you want to get a little ratty today. Oh, wow. Van Gogh's birthday is today. I didn't know that. My daughter's birthday is tomorrow. If you want to get, let's say you're having a really hard time with doing I am. Okay, much less I am me, I am one of one. Let's say that that's true, you're having a hard time. What if you sat down and wrote down today, I don't know, I'm going to finish in 13 minutes. So you could just do it now, or you could do it in 13 minutes. It'll take you 3 or 4 minutes. Write down all the compromises you made this month. Now, the reason I say this is going to be difficult conversation, and I think it's a difficult exercise, is you're going to start rationalizing that compromising is the way the world should work. Maybe it should. Maybe it should. Okay. I don't know about that. I think that we've had 100 years of compromising. What about if we go, hey, I'm one of one. Every time you compromise, I believe you are actually not being yourself. Which I know this is going to be really difficult, because you're going to be like, shit, man, if I never compromise with anyone, I'm never going to have a family. I'm never going to have a friend. I'm never going to have a wife. Well, if you only attract people that want you to compromise, I would agree with you. But I actually believe, finally, 67 years old. 2 nights ago, I had a date, and I had nothing on it. I was like, hey, I'm going out with a woman. That's cool. I don't know if she's going to come to my house, stay with me, sleep with me, not stay with me. I'm going to dinner, man, meet somebody. I'm having lunch today with a nice lady, okay? Now I don't even like, hey, this is me. This is my life. This is what I do. I need to paint 3 hours a day. I need to chill out. I do not need to go to lunches and dinners and fancy parties and drink all the time and party. And I'm not interested in doing stupid shit. And I have no interest in trapping another human being in my life either. I mean, read a book, do whatever. You don't have to read the books I read. We don't have to be glued together, do we? So the compromising stuff. I'm not. Look, I don't need to decide what restaurant to go to every time. There's a lot of things I can compromise on that has nothing to do with me. It is how I utilize my time, what I'm spending my time on. When my communication becomes thwarted, muted, suppressed in any way, because someone else like, ooh, don't say that, it might upset the apple cart. Yeah, that ain't happening for me. Okay, like I'm not getting married to a family where I got to watch my behavior, my words. I don't understand that. Why do you want me to change? Now you don't have to be a dick. Okay, I don't have to walk into somebody's house like doing it without ego. Puncher made the comment up here. How do you do it without ego? See, this is the challenge. He says, no, Mech Tenza said, this is a great guy, by the way. You guys follow this guy. Difficult to own the one of one without getting a huge ego. Maybe that's the goal, to be divine and humble. You are already divine. Like, no, you can keep stacking dust and shit on top of your divinity, but you're still divine. Okay, the only one that doesn't know it. Look, you think about it. I watched a movie the other night. They found this diamond this big. It was pink. It was ugly, man. The guy was not going to go start hammering this. He was not going to take off the dust off this beautiful 36 karat diamond or whatever it was. It didn't make it any less divine. It just hid its divinity. Okay? Now, the 36 karat diamond's not going to carry a spotlight around with it and go, look how bright I am. Look how bright I am. Look how I'm brighter than you are. I'm bigger and brighter than you are. This is what human beings do. They start like some of these podcast people. You guys be careful the people you're listening to. Their egos, like, just check people out. Are they using clickbait? Clickbait is drama-filled lies. Okay? Things to get you all jacked up so that you hit the button. You quit clicking the button so easily. Okay? Quit clicking the button. Ann B says this: we are all miracles. You know what I would say? We all don't know it. We are all miracles. You're a miracle, I'm a miracle, and we walk around acting like we're average. Mech said, be careful who you listen to. This is a really, really important thing, okay? And I'm going to start ending up here. You can't share this stuff with many people. Sorry, it's just the truth. There's 8 billion people here, never even heard this concept, I am me. 100% of us have been deluded, tainted, programmed, suppressed. It doesn't really matter why. It doesn't matter why, and it doesn't really matter what the intention was by the groups or societies that got us here. We are where we are. There's a very, very thin line between truth and fiction. Very, very thin line. There's an extremely thin line between doing and thinking about doing. I mean, there is literally a tiny hair of line. There is a very, very thin line between good and bad, right and wrong. I mean, fucking the line between right and wrong is so tiny, it's ridiculous. And the line between authentic and not authentic is hyper thin. It only requires me to move just a little bit. It only requires me to move a little bit. Authenticity, man. Authenticity. I am one of one. If you can't say that, you should ask yourself, hey, what about this do I not understand? I hope out of the 3,600 people in here that half of you are like, whoa, dude, this is now getting uncomfortable. There is going to be a time when a lot of you people go, hey, I don't, this is a little, if you're getting a headache, if you're getting nauseous, don't think you won't. Like you're going to have reactions to this. Okay. And when you start down this pathway, dude, if someone's not doing this, they are your enemy. They don't even know they're your enemy. Okay, so you have to be very, very careful who you listen to, who you communicate this to. This may be a journey right now. Like I could not have done this when I was 30. Couldn't have done it. Now, maybe I should have done it, and I would have ended up in a very different place as a different teacher. I probably would be teaching even today and probably be much better known than I am. No Rose Glasses says, know thyself. Every person in this room should get 2 books. Every person listening to this should get 2 books. Okay. First one is, I know the light's terrible in here now. The Road Less Traveled. The Road Less Traveled by Scott Peck. Okay. This book, please buy this book in hardback. Put a date on it. Start reading it. Get very, very uncomfortable. Oh, by the way, I have decided how I'm going to run some of these meetings now. These Sunday, I'm going to start picking things out of books and out of readings, and we're going to read it. By the way, just so that you understand how serious this bad dog is, the first chapter is discipline. Okay. This book will freak you out. Okay, first 3 words. Okay, the name of the chapter is Problems and Pain. First one. I mean, he starts deep, heavy, in your face. Life is difficult. Life is difficult. That is his first opening. Life is difficult. The second, oh wow, didn't realize this. 1997, this book was given to me by a trader in England. Lovely. I forgot that he even gave me this book. See, that's a classy guy. Paul Good gave me this book. Okay, Sun Tzu, The Art of War. Okay, you must get this. This is where the principle, know thyself. People kind of forget. It says, know thy enemy. And everybody, hey, know thy enemy, know thy enemy. And then it says, comma, and first know thyself. That's what we're doing here. We're knowing thyself. As soon as I know myself, I will be able to look at the enemy with clearer vision. I'll be able to understand what's going on. I would implore you to get Road Less Traveled by Scott Peck. Get The Art of War. Beautiful, easy book to read, man. Like this is required material for living. It got me through one of the most incredible, difficult periods of my life. I cannot believe how helpful listening to other man's journey was. I want to say thank you to everybody that's here, everybody that's like willing to, well, one, spend an hour and a half with me every morning on a Sunday is like unbelievable for me. I don't know why you do it. Love to know why you do it. Actually, those help me. If you do are enjoying this, I would knock me up a note and say, hey, thanks a lot. Okay. If you think that the process should be different, if you have some writings that you would like me to go over, I would prefer probably philosophical writings than religious writings. But if you have some topics, one-liners that we could spend an hour and a half on, that'd be awesome. Now, where we're going to end here is I am one of one. I am like a bottle of wine that like it's God's urine or something, right? And it's the most unique flavoring of wine ever. It never spoils. Well, it does spoil. Okay, I mean, maybe it doesn't spoil. Maybe I die and that wine just continues on and on. A one of one art. Like, I'm not a lithograph. Okay, I'm not a copy. I'm not a Xerox. I'm not just a piece of paper. I am the only one like me. Why am I so worried about not showing it to you? Why am I so worried about making it vanilla, making it less than? You're one of one, man. I want to see your one of oneness, okay? Stop compromising. Write down today. This is going to be hard for you guys that can't do the I am me, I am one of one. Then do how often are you compromising? When you realize how much you compromise, we can then confront how you deal with that. Now, most people don't want to look at it because they're going to go, shit, especially you men. You guys compromise all day, every day. Look, the truth is, if you don't know you're one of one, you are nothing but a compromise. I'm sorry, okay? If you don't know you're one of one, you most certainly are compromising every day. I am a powerful, powerful human being. I have genius inside of me that I choose to share with other people. Brilliance, genius, excitement, creativity, uniqueness. I'm going to make it okay for some other people, for many, many other people, to be their authentic beingness. And I think that's an awesome intention. I hope one or two people, maybe thousands, obtain that. My intentions are good here. See what I'm doing? I am. My intentions are good. I am a good human being. There's a thin line between doing and being. Okay. I am a doer. I'm like me just writing down and listening and reading and not showing up here. This is part of the doingness. Now, I spend 90 minutes doing this, but I spend the whole prior week thinking about, am I really myself? Am I compromising? Am I the one of one that I am hearing in these meetings? Am I acting as if I am a Picasso, original freaking Picasso? Or am I pretending to be something small, little, compromising all the time and living a life of stupid, silent desperation? If you're living in desperation at any level, you're compromising. And you're compromising being yourself. The very self that came onto this planet, whenever you came here for a reason, man. I don't know what that reason is. I barely know what my own reason is. I actually don't even know what my reason is other than, hey, I know where the general road is, and I just got to stay on that pathway. So I'm enjoying being on this pathway with you. One thing I ask everybody to do today, you guys know what is coming, 3,870 people in this room, March 30th, 2025. By 12 midnight tonight, I need every person in this room to find a stranger. That means you got to get out of your house. Can't do this with a non-stranger. Find a stranger and do something nice for them. Okay, bring them a bottle of, well, probably don't want to bring them a bottle of water. They'll think you're trying to poison them. Just do something nice for somebody, man. Let them in on the roadway. Give them $20 tip when they deserve $3. Give them a tip when they deserve nothing. Give a guy on the road some money because he looks like he needs some. I don't know, man. Be nice to somebody, man. That's all you got to do. Okay, be nice to somebody today. And take zero credit for it. You guys, appreciate you so much. You don't know it. You don't know how much I really appreciate you guys. I know you are one of one. Okay, you are. I may not like you. Like if I meet Pongo, I'm like, Pongo is really, who cares if I like him or not, dude? Pongo becomes one of one. his own one of one. It doesn't matter if he likes me or not. People liking me and confirming me has nothing to do with I am me. The validation and confirmation from other people has zero to do with me. There are going to be people that do not like me, dude, by doing this. There are going to be people that are attacking me. There are people, if you want to go research, I have a class action suit against me right now. There will be people that will drag that suit out, put it back on Twitter, try to smash me. Suit's bullshit, okay? And I will continue to say it's bullshit. The whole thing's been bullshit. I am me. I attract fucking enemies, and I can take them all on. Okay. Now I got to be careful about this. I am in a war. Okay. I don't want to be in a war. But you know what I do think? I think it's awesome. I'm starting to get people's attention. See that's the beauty. Instead of me getting bitter, going, okay, these assholes have just they've located a bright light and they want to dim it. I am a bright light. I am a North Star. I'm not the only North Star. Okay. I am a bright light and I will not compromise my brilliance. And I would beg you, implore you to find your brilliance and never, ever compromise it. You guys be great. Peace, love, be nice to somebody today. Do it and don't regret who you are. It's all you are. And it's everything you need to be.